Last week, I skipped the very same planning session I go through each week. I assure myself you'll be fine to skip it just this once, and in the process, took for granted the benefits of planning. It wasn't fine. For the next week, I always felt uncertain about what was next, stressed that I wasn't prepared for whatever it was, and had an avoidable last-minute scramble to prepare an online form before a training session with my students. I realized just how much my weekly planning sessions make my life run smoother. Skipping them is not worth the week of uncertainty, stress, and last-minute scrambles. So I'm here today with a newfound appreciation for weekly planning sessions, and I want you to reap their benefits too. You might resist the idea of planning sessions, partly because you're not sure how to conduct them effectively. Not to worry, I'll walk you through step by step what I do. Of course, you probably need to modify it depending on your circumstances, goals, and priorities. But the following template should give you a good start. Step 1. Get clear on what's on your plate. Start by going over last week's tasks, work and personal. Ask yourself, were you unable to get to or need to follow up on anything? If the answer is yes, and it will take you less than 2 minutes, do it right then and there. If it takes longer, make sure that you set the time in your calendar to do it later. Then, get all tasks or deadline of this week's email and meeting notes and schedule the task or deadline in your calendar or any of your personal productivity tool. Personally, I use Notion to plan my week. Time block in your calendar any other tasks that you can think of for the next week or down the road. To spark ideas, look through a list of cases, clients, projects, or however you organize your work. Do the same for your personal life, thinking through each member of your family, hobbies, organizations you're involved with, and your pets if you have any. Don't forget to block time for anything fun you love to do, whether that's reading a specific book, hiking, checking out a new restaurant, or going on a walk and just thinking. Step 2. Figure out your game plan to make it all happen. Now that everything you need or want to do is in your calendar or productivity planner, consider the following questions. Is there anything I can cut, defer, or delegate? Have I broken down task or deadline into bite-sized time blocks to set myself up for meeting my deadlines with wiggle room? If not, do it. Am I ready for all meetings, or do I need to schedule time to prep? Do I want to move anything around to balance out my workload or make my life run smoother? For example, would it give me breathing space to move a meeting back by 15 minutes? Have I settled the childcare arrangements for the week? This is super important if you have children and you're working full-time. I recommend doing this on weekends when your brain is done bringing its A game for the week. Though of course, you might have a different preference depending on what works best for you. I usually plan my week on Saturday mornings because I have 2 hours waiting time after sending my son for class. If some weeks you have to move the planning session because of other opportunities, go for it. Just make sure to find another slot in your calendar. Now, why the weekly review plus preview is a game changer? When I do take the time to do this on a Saturday morning, I found that the following 3 things tend to happen. First, I struck into the weekend knowing that I'm on top of it all, and as a result, I can be present for the fun things I do have planned. I find that I get less stress when I have a game plan because I can trust myself to get it all done. Second, I tend to see potential conflicts or last-minute scrambles in my schedule before they happen, and I can make plans to avoid them. Had I not skipped my planning session on Saturday, I wouldn't have been forced to make a last-minute preparation for my training session with my students. Third, planning allows me to see how much free time I will have in advance. I can choose to plan my activities that will make me happy, re-energize me like creating this video for you, or move me forward in some way. Do you want time to start that side hustle or look for a new job? Do you want to get back to reading novels? Do you want to explore new places around your neighborhood? You need to block time for these things. If you don't protect these activities and treat them as non-negotiables in your calendar, it's challenging to find time to do them. So right now, schedule 1.5 hours on this upcoming Saturday to plan your week. It might take you a little longer than you expect in the beginning, but if you stick with it, you get faster, likely down to 45 minutes to an hour. Treat the weekly planning seriously for 6 weeks. Feel the benefits, and if you don't believe it's worth it, do it for a few weeks, skip a week and see how it feels. If you like this video, do click the like button and share it with your friends and family members. Consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. That's all for this video. I wish you have a sparkling day ahead. Cheers!